What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Henshin. I'm Jared.
Rhyan here.
And today we are back with some more Power Rangers Hyperforce! Reviewing episodes 7 and 8. And we got our trusty Hyperforce notepad. It'll be the last time we use it ever, because it's the last 2 episodes of the year.
Till next year.
Till next year. Now, tracing back to where we last left our Rangers, they were in Corinth. Vesper went to all evil and just broke my heart. Broke Eddie's heart. And for this episode, Mike Jin from Power Rangers RPM, as you see in a Power Ranger background, is guest starring as Jem. I believe that the episode of Hyperforce we are at takes place right before they debut. I think he goes and saves Gemma. Oh, spoilers ahead. So basically, Jem and Gemma get reunited, and then they're off to Corinth. To get back on track with the episode, we start off episode 7. Basically, Mike Jin, he summoned a spirit bomb and started the game at level 30. He basically broke the game.
Kind of. I think someone hacked the system and it just gave him all that energy. We don't know what happened exactly, but whatever. It was hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was hilarious. But yeah, some people, well, they didn't hack the game. It's still a working process of giving these Rangers supers, hypers, megas, and energy and whatnot. We will tell you guys how to do that in a minute. Eddie has Andre was given this healing card called the healing charge, so he can go on the story and not die. This game is progressing. This game is progressing onward. It's a lot more interesting.
Work in progress. They make some changes, fix things up.
The episode started off with Kilobyte talking to this dark figure. Guessing that was probably Venjix. Not entirely sure. Then General Shifter, he was sent off to get the Rangers stuff. Like he's got their morphers, other technological belongings that they had on their person. It's gone now. Marv, Jack, and Chloe, while they're being taken into the factory to their prison cells or containment cells, they're being tased and they were demorphed from that.
Oh boy, that was not a fun time for them.
So they're demorphed, their morphers are taken away and whatnot. And they start realizing that Vesper was infected with the Venjix virus, and Marv was just like, "Damn, Jack, I'm sorry. I thought I thought you were evil. I thought you were being crazy or something." You see Eddie. They see Eddie in the cell across from them. They can't reach out to him. And Jem's just sitting there because he was captured as well by the Venjix. And before they were captured, Jem and Gemma took out like 20 grinders, which sounds about right when it comes to them. Vesper appears through the containment cells and sees the Rangers because she's doing patrol around. She demorphs and takes out her Hyper Blade Blaster and shoots at Marv. And she just shoots the guy. He tried to defend him. He just takes a shot. She took a shot at him. He's like, "Damn, Marv, it's not your day." She takes out her Cerberus X and points it at Jem because he's just talking all types of smack because, it's Jem. Marv tries to defend himself, but it was just more of a ploy so they can try and break free and whatnot. And, as she begins to walk away, Jack was just like, you're basically a Hyperforce Ranger. You shouldn't be doing this. She takes out her Hyper Blade Blaster, shoots at Jack, but shoots up top of his head like as a warning shot. She's basically saying, that was a warning. Next time I won't miss. After all that going down, they find out Vesper is a robot because Eddie starts waking up. He's like,
he was like,
she's a robot. And then he says something around. He says something like this: "Hell hath no fury like a woman you like, who turns out to be a robot that tries to kill you."
Not be saying it. I was like, whatever.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong. Jem basically says that they could have escaped, and they basically could have escaped any time. Classic Jem. So he created the device, a bomb basically, so that he can go and save his sister. Created 3 bombs. Chloe comes up with this saying, "It's boom time!" Best saying ever.
Bombs are activated to a certain pitch, so you have to really yell it out to activate it.
Basically, you have to yell it at like 90 decibels, he says. And basically, it's now the code for the bomb. First, Chloe says it for the first bomb. Jem says it for the second bomb. Since Gemma is not there, someone needs to finish his sentence. Basically, Chloe goes, "It's boom." Jem says time. For the third bomb, anyways. Vesper comes back to bring them to work in the factory, and then Marv tackles Vesper to protect Eddie from being blasted.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie tries to reach out to her, but just there's no getting through to her. And then she responds with a threat. Jem, usually with his twin sister, and this is the early times before he started feeling a little independent without, having to finish each other's sentences. He feels withdrawal. He feels withdrawal without being with Gemma, so that's kind of sad. It's like, okay, yeah, this is early. This is early Jem and Gemma before they started, before they stopped saying each other's sentences. Jack, he tries to pull out his Time Force badge, but he doesn't have it on him, so it kind of sucks.
Whoops. Yep, everything technological
Everything's taken.
confiscated.
So Marv and Jack set out to. They try to set up a distraction by causing a commotion around the grinders. Because they're basically in a factory building grinders. So try to get the plan in motion. They try to cause a distraction with Jem, which is so excited by seeing it. He's just like copying them and just flips a table.
Oh yeah, he flips 2 tables.
He flipped 2 tables.
And then which then inadvertently brought the attention back to him. It's like, oh god, that's good.
Yep.
But that's something he would do.
Yeah, so.
Marv was getting the butt kicked out of him by Vesper for all this. Oh my god.
And being the sneaky thief that she is, Chloe, she takes the bombs away.
That's right, but right before Jem got caught.
Yeah. And to cause a distraction, Marv pukes on Vesper. Then the grinders tried to clean up Vesper.
Did a super barf, man.
Oh, he did a super barf. Then Jem and Chloe. Oh, I noted that they're just great together. They're just amazing together.
Oh my god, that was hilarious.
They're great.
Those two. He made a good step in for Gemma.
Oh yeah. Bombs are set at the generators.
And then, before you get to that, the DM's like, you do know you put the bomb on generators, right? So then that made the explosion like 2 or 3 times larger.
Oh.
My god.
Chloe goes, it's boom time.
Like exactly. And then what happened after that big explosion?
Oh, we're gonna get to it. It's boom time from Chloe's end. It's boom time from Jem's end. And then it's boom time from Chloe and Jem. And it's just fireworks, that just big blasts, and it spells out the catchphrase, it's boom time. With them high-fiving in midair.
We're high-fiving in the air with explosion. One of the Jem did like a pirouette or something in the air, and then Chloe tried to catch up him with the high five.
Yeah, he does the, so, yeah, I wrote that down. He does some parkour kind of stuff. Jack, he's taking out some grinders. Vesper morphs. Marv tries to run, but he can't get away from Vesper, so she just grabs him like a lion grabbing her cub, basically. And she punches Marv's injured arm that she shot at. It's not a good day for Marv.
Then reads out the rules while beating him up.
Oh yeah, that was so dark. I was like, damn.
Dark, but funny.
It was funny, but I was like, damn, poor Marv.
Number 1. And Marv was like, punching me softly.
Oh my god. Good stuff. Good stuff from the cast all around. Jem and Chloe try some parkour moves into the this facility's lab to get their stuff.
I think at that point he reached up to like past 1 million.
Yeah, million energy. 1 million energy.
That energy to like maneuver all these bolts and then get into the laboratory where they might have their stuff.
Oh my god! But while they got distracted, they see a room that's full of burritos, and
yeah, you can't forget the burritos.
Chloe just starts getting the food, but sadly for her, it's not real.
All right, the burritos wasn't there. It was fake.
It's fake. Poor Chloe. Jack is the one who grabs the morphers while Jem and Chloe are messing around. And Vesper throws Marv towards Eddie, like landing in front of him.
Rule number 3. Carriers work together, throws it at Eddie. Oh my god.
So after that, Jack runs over towards Eddie, trying to get him to get his morpher. Chloe runs after Jack, because he's like, hey, give me my morpher back.
He took all the morphers. You gotta give back to first.
Then in the facility lab before Jem joins them, he notices something like this octopus cable management system. So he makes a few adjustments on it. And Jack gives Eddie his morpher. Eddie he's weak but he morphs anyways. He heals himself with the healing charge. Chloe kicks her morpher in the air and grabs it. Jack gives Marv his morpher, and Vesper attacks Chloe. They're just basically having like a girl-on-girl argument. Like, it was funny. It was all funny stuff. Jem's device is ready. Marv gets in the morph, then Jack gives Jem his RPM morpher. It's like interesting morphing brace, but it's not a morphing brace. We all know what it is. You can't see it now, but we know what the RPM morphers are like. But the funniest thing is, Jack took a gold and silver morpher.
All right, did.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, Jem gets his morpher. Goes, RPM, get in gear. And Chloe morphs. Jem reveals that his device to help Vesper is a bomb. They don't want them to blow up Vesper just because she's a robot. So they stop him from doing that. And then he tries to use his Ranger Bud wrench again to open up to get to Vesper. He opens up to her, saying, I care about you. You're a really good friend. We all know. We all know. Because of that, she's feeling conflicted within herself. So Jem fixes the device to, basically plug into Vesper to, reach into her mind and save her. So, as in the words of Mega Man NT Warrior, they jack in, but more like jacking into the Matrix. They connect to her consciousness, and if they die in her consciousness, their brain will melt in reality. This is really dangerous. So they journey through her mind to bring her back. Eddie discovers one of her memories. I can't really describe her world because it's dark. You see these black buildings. It's more detailed out in the episode, so you guys really need to watch it because the game master, she knows how to paint a picture in your mind what it all looks like. In the memories, it shows Vesper at age 7, she's being bullied because she's just building this mechanical dog thing. Oh, that's nice. But then it's like, oh, she's being bullied. What the hell? Because she's different. Then this boy named Robert helped her. And that was her first friend ever. And during the summer, they build this cute little robot dog. I'm like, oh, that's nice. That's nice stuff. But it's sad when you find out he died at a young age in an accident. It tugs at your heartstrings, man.
I know, man. Deep stuff in there.
Mm-hmm.
Deep in the mind.
After that, Jack morphs. And they rush over. Well, they rush to, find Vesper, because if they don't hurry, Vengeance will just completely control her, and they don't want that.
Yep.
They find her. She's reminiscing about when she asked Eddie out. I'm like, aw. Find her, and they're all together now. So it's like, you just feel so many feels from this, man.
Oh, man. It's the mind. It's the feels.
Yeah, and Vengeance comes out of nowhere, and they whip out their hyperblade blasters, aim it at him. They all fire, including I think Jem also fires a blast too.
So be one giant weapon.
Yeah, so they all yell. All together, they all yell, "It's boom time!" And they get 100-point damage on Vengeance. So it just fires at him, and it turns into the Vortex Blaster. Nice little throwback. And it's big color of red, blue, yellow, pink, black, and a little bit of gold in there.
The gold, he has to be in there.
It fires at Vengeance, and they wake up. All of them wake up, and Eddie checks on Vesper, and she's back to normal. Vesper apologizes. Right after an awkward hug given by Eddie and Vesper,
Like, trying to.
Then appears, and she brought reinforcements, and then Jem, he realizes, like, are you from Alphabet Soup? She's like, yeah. How do you know about that? They're like, oh, me and my sister were part of the program. Everyone in there had a name letter, like J, K. So they use like Men in Black, only more evil. This is evil. This is not Men in Black. No Will Smith. No Agent J. No Agent K. Only Agent K we got is Doc K. And she's the good one.
Only one letter name.
God, I'm getting mad from that. So Jem goes off looking for Gemma with the help of M's reinforcements. Marv throws a bomb at the wall, yells out, "Boom! It's boom time!" So they can get out and they can get out and whatnot. Jem finds out that Gemma's not in the containment cell that he was looking for, so he tries to save the snobby Winchester family that's in there. He can't. Couldn't do it. So Eddie joins Jem. He uses his Ranger Blood Wrench to free them. Evil robot Buzzkill appears before them. And then Jem gets excited because he wants to destroy it. So he super kicks it and he rolled a double lightning bolt. So that was good. That was really good. It works, but the robot is still standing tall. So Eddie attacks, but it doesn't work. So Chloe joins the fray and she fires her arrows at the Buzzkill robot and it works, but then the monster grows, as you do. So now that they have a connection with their Megazords at the time ship, it's time to summon the Zords. There's the code phrase, whatever Hyperforce Zord they have, like Lion Hyperforce Zord online, so on and so forth. So and then Jem has his Falcon Zord fighting Buzzkill robot now. And Jem took some heavy damage. Then Vesper goes and attacks, but she gets thrown away. Chloe attacks, and basically the Buzzkill robot just takes the Zord and boom, slams it down to the ground.
Yeah, and stomp on her. She's pretty much stuck under him.
Then Jem was like, "Hey, why don't you I know you guys are noobs, but you can combine your Zords, right?" They decide to combine the Zords. We need Hyperforce Megazord power now.
And then the picture shows in finally, like, what?
Chronos Hyperforce Megazord.
That's so badass. That's the name.
Actually,
word Chronos in there.
Before I forget, we're gonna show a picture of the Megazord after our review. We got the new Megazord. Jem's just in love with it. It's like, ah!
Don't worry, Jem, you'll have your chance.
Then Marv is the heart of the Megazord.
Yep.
More character development there. Good stuff. Jem fires missiles at the robot, and then they use their missiles of their own called the Titan Assault Barrage.
Yep, kicking or launching missiles at the same time.
Kilobyte comes out. It's like, no, that's my monster. No. So they both get kicked up in the air, yell out, "It's boom time!"
A boom!
Kilobyte, he's blown away to an obscene amount of miles away. We all know he's getting blown over to Corinth.
Actually,
Or
well, the number she yelled out that he went away, and then it's a reference to an episode in RPM, actually.
It is. So either it's the Dome City of Corinth, or it is the main Venjix factory.
Oh, no, that was the... What was it? He complained, like, I have to walk this many miles just to get here. That's how far people kicked him.
So it's nowhere important. It's a nice little RPM reference. I haven't really fully watched the show in a long time. It's like you guys see in the background. This show is a really, really good show. Today is won by the Power Rangers.
New Megazord.
Yeah, new Megazord. Vesper's back. They say their goodbyes to Jem, and as I stated earlier, I believe that with the events happening here, it's set right before the debut of Jem and Gemma in the show.
Yep.
So they head off to their time ship, and Vesper finds out she can connect to the ship because now she's a robot. All the systems are back online. They're back in Hyperstream as they're off. Marv wants to talk to Vesper in private, and Eddie gives him this, I'm watching you. Look, yo, son, don't do what I think you're doing. So Eddie and Chloe go off to the kitchen and make some burritos.
More burritos.
More burritos. And she makes a concoction, calls it the Gemmerito. Good stuff right there. And find out at the end of the episode, Marv is an alien.
Right.
Oh my god. that is episode 7. Before we move on to episode 8, we just want to inform you guys as well. Hyperforce is done for the year. They're going to come back with episode 9 January 2nd. We'll be on top of that when it comes out. And at the end of this review, we're going to display some more awesome artwork from people all over Twitter. And if you guys want your artwork featured in these reviews, just use the hashtag Hyperforce and then use another hashtag called Hyperforce HyperArt and just tag us and HyperRPG in it so, we'll notice it and we'll feature it in a future episode. Just share love with the Hyperforce community and whatnot. Moving on, episode 8, Polly is out due to personal issues, so no Jack this episode. Well, kind of, sort of. We begin the story with 1 week passing. Things are a little bit awkward between Eddie and Vesper, and Marvin and Chloe are talking about it. They're gossiping about it. It's like, what's going on with those two? Things are fine a week ago, but, things just seem a little weird. And also I noticed that Peter was wearing his Mugen shirt again from Halloween. Anytime I can see Samurai Champloo, I'm happy. Chloe, she says, "Oh, I'm not a human, don't worry. I know how you feel. I'm a unicorn." At heart, she says, at heart. Because then Marv feels relieved that he can reveal to his team that he's an alien.
Well, sure. What? The robot. Like, since the elephant's out of the room, I might as well join too.
Yeah, so he says that he's from the planet Cayenne, like the cayenne pepper. And I made up this little story in my head, like, oh, so the Cayennes and the Namekians must have been at war with each other, seeing who has got the better pepper, the cayenne pepper or the Namekian pepper.
Okay, no, keep going.
You're saying, you gotta try the Namekian pepper sauce. So Eddie finds out that he told Vesper in private, and Eddie feels the type of way because it's like, how can I? He feels a little betrayed, basically. He accepts his friends for who they are. He just wants everyone to be happy. So, that's sweet of Eddie. So him and Eddie talk, but Eddie's like trying to not open up to him so much. So then Marv talks about his planet, and then Eddie just tells Marv, like, I feel awkward around Vesper.
Oh no.
I can't talk to girls like you can. Oh,
come on, Ed.
Like, Eddie has a little bit of swag in there. I mean, he caught Scorpina's attention over Marv. Marv got swag. Chloe and Vesper are also doing their little girl time thing. They're working on fixing up Alpha.
All right.
Yeah.
He's still knocked out.
Yeah. So, but it's also noted that the team they just missed being in their year 3016. It shows.
Oh, no, didn't know the blue hearts to use.
Mm-hmm.
Don't use poor Alpha.
Chloe, she hasn't seen her parents since she was a kid, and Vesper, she suggests, like, after we're done defeating the Alliance, we go on this adventure. We go find out who our real parents are.
So much things going on.
Mm-hmm. And then we find out Vesper can create holograms. So she starts off by creating a hologram of her having a unicorn horn. But then she has a floating burrito over her head, but because it's not real, can't really grab onto it. But I made a note that maybe in the future, Vespers will be able to create physical manifestations. Once her power develops and whatnot. She tells Chloe and as a confidant, she doesn't feel like she's ready to date Eddie. She wants to focus on saving the world first.
Understandable.
And then, maybe she doesn't know how to feel. She just doesn't know. After everything that's been going on. So they're thinking, what if we can fix Alpha by saying bad things about Eddie? What if his heartbreak will cure him? So they start talking bad about it and they yell out, it's really loud, while Vesper's holding Alpha, Eddie sucks!
Oh my god.
And Marv and Eddie, they hear that. They're like, what's going on? They realize there are 3 switches they could have just, turned on to fix Alpha.
Wow.
So that insult was just basically worthless. But while that's all going on, Jack's in the kitchen making cookies. Alpha has been reprogrammed, reinstated. He's back. Woo! And then right after that, the Rangers just feel this weird sensation. Then they just teleported. So they were teleported, and it was just Marv, Eddie, Vesper, and Chloe that were teleported. And they were teleported to the year 1985, but more specifically, they were teleported to December 24th, 1985. And that year was, well, no Power Ranger series, but in Japan, in 1985, that was airing at this time was Changeman.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So we can't really get Super Sentai on Netflix, but we got the Power Rangers Christmas special playing in the background for this theme, since this is a Christmas special episode.
Yep.
So it's just them four. An elf appears before them, and this elf's name is Squeezy Sparkletoe. They come up with the most unique names for these characters.
Yes. Okay, anyways.
So they're taken to Santa's workshop, and Squeezy has a sister named Teasy. Squeezy and Teasy. I can dig it. They're walking through Santa's workshop, and they see the elves making Nintendo Entertainment Systems. I think people will notice that at Vesper, like they see, as they're continuing through the workshop, they spot some elf families. So Vesper is like talking to Eddie. It's like, hey Eddie, you think you ever want any like elf kids or anything like that, or elf families? Like, basically, she's asking if Eddie wants kids at all. This is probably I think it's gonna be to the point where she probably can't have kids. But what I think Vesper might be, she might be like in Dragon Ball with the androids. She might be a humanoid android like that, or she's just human with cybernetic parts.
Like a cyborg thing.
Yeah, so she's cyborg.
Wrong.
Hopefully we're not wrong, but we don't know because they're writing this over at Hyper RPG. So if we are right, spoilers. If we're wrong, it's nice little speculation.
It's just speculation, man. Whether they're true or untrue.
And Santa appears. Some of the Rangers... Oh, we find out some of those Rangers are on the naughty list. Which ones?
Figures.
Jack's on his own mission, so he's not with them at this time, but we all know why. Santa... Oh, I made this nice little note that I realized. Santa can see into the future!
See the future. Traveler.
I'm starting to realize that this episode has a lot of Dragon Ball references, whether it be a bridge, SSJ 9000 abridged, or just regular Dragon Ball. A lot of references to Dragon Ball this week. But moving on. In this episode, they have to fight Krampus. Basically Santa's evil half. And apparently you find out Santa knows all. He knows everything. He is just on top of everything. He's probably watching us review this right now, so I'm trying to not speak ill of Santa because he had a lot of poor roles this game. Let's just admit it now. He had a lot of poor roles. I felt bad for Santa.
Probably.
Oh god. So they get some special Santa outfit pajamas in their respective colors. Yeah, that'd be. And basically, Marv's asking Santa why call upon them, and Santa's basically saying, "You're the only Rangers needed for this specific mission, but in reality, it's the only ones that Santa can get a hold of at the moment, because at this time where they are, Changeman was in between episode 47 and 48, so they were pretty busy with their own thing." Also noted that Santa is lactose intolerant, so he'll only drink lactose-free milk.
Yeah.
See what you kids done? See what y'all done leaving milk and cookies from Santa all these years? Damn shame. Eddie, he's a little upset about the whole Vesper thing. And Marv is being told by Santa he really needs to talk to Jack about what really went down at Time Force. And well, that's while they're
on that.
Yeah. So this is while they're changing in their respective rooms. The boys get a small elf changing room. The girls get a regular old changing room. While they first try to morph into their pajamas by spinning around and twirling, that doesn't work for them. Santa giving advice to Eddie. He's like, your friends love you. They will always have your back. And then Marv confides in Santa. He needs to know if his brother is okay. Like, if his brother's even alive. But Santa's just really vague about that. And then Marv just admits that he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what to do as a leader. But then he learns that basically Marv just learns a life lesson, which is an indication that he will be a good leader. Which I can see that. He's getting better. Yeah, they're gaining experience. And Chloe, she has some secrets of her own that she doesn't really want to share. So, but she will eventually. I'm kind of curious what's going on with Chloe myself. Then Vesper and Eddie, they start talking in private. After Chloe, she talks she confides in Eddie, and then she goes, and then basically Vesper and Eddie, they're having a sweet moment. She kisses Eddie on the cheek. I was like, oh. After all the sweet stuff, coal monsters appear, which they are called naughties, which is an indication that Krampus is here. I write also that Santa is just God mode. At all times, he is God mode. Rangers morph. So Eddie uses some his imagination or Christmas magic or whatever you want to call it to take out 4 of the naughties.
Yeah.
And then I made a little note that Krampus, since it's being voiced by Game Master Malika, her laugh is really, really similar to Broken, now woken Matt Hardy over in WWE. I would play a clip of that, but I don't want WWE putting any copyright strikes on us.
Yep, we have enough problems already.
Mm-hmm. Also noted that the Naughty and Nice list, it was stolen. Basically, Krampus appearing before them was a distraction, so some naughties can take the Naughty Nice list. And Santa just hates technology, hates it so much. Then the elves had this ready for him. Santa gets a battleizer.
Oh, yeah.
Since Santa has that, and he also has a jetpack. He chose Eddie to pilot the sleigh. And they have all the reindeers: Dasher, Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Humor, Donner, and Blitzen. I think I got them all.
Maybe. I don't remember.
I don't know either. But then Rudolph, he just doesn't exist. It's fairy tale. He's not real. But Santa tries to deploy his jetpack and it just doesn't work. But Eddie catches Santa in time. So Eddie and Vesper, they're talking this really weird Cockney British accent. Like, hello, love, hello, governor, what is going on today? Like, it was just way off. It was funny. And then Chloe and Squeezy, once they land over at Krampus's cave, Chloe and Squeezy, they go off to go sneak inside, and then Santa uses Christmas magic to make Squeezy a little plush for more silence. Marv just really likes Santa. Marv is just like, oh my god, Santa, your battleizer are so cool. I wonder how we can get one. So
I would too, man. Battleizer.
Marv might get a battleizer. You never know.
That was a hint, guys.
Chloe shoots her bow to distract Krampus when she sees basically their workshop is like dark version of the regular Santa workshop. So, in the distraction, she sees the lists on Krampus's person. And then he goes outside. He grows into monster size, and then the Rangers summon their Zords.
Yep.
Santa tries to spring some the way Krampus grows, he uses it by eating rotten cookies and drinking spoiled milk.
It was disgusting, man. Santa even got sick.
Santa is just like, you monster! And then the Rangers summon their Zords. Santa tries to sprinkle some Christmas magic upon them, but apparently Santa's magic is not working.
Santa's magic's not for battling, apparently.
Apparently not. So, he's just ruining everything he touches. I felt bad for Santa.
Like, hold on, let me step back a few feet while you roll.
So as they're battling, Eddie spots he spots the Naughty Nice list, but he can't reach it. So Vesper goes on the attack for Krampus. I don't think it worked. I can't really remember that part. But then Marv, he rushes at Krampus, and then Eddie grabs the list. A weakness to the Naughties and Krampus is the Jingle Bell song.
Yes, the power of holiday music. That's everyone crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, drives everybody crazy. Chloe and Squeezy, they get into her Zord together and find out Krampus can't fly. And Chloe grabs a list. Krampus is weak. Basically, yeah, like I just said, Christmas joy is his weakness. So the fighting continues onwards, and then Krampus is beaten down. So now it's just Santa and Krampus. And so Krampus fires a lot of coal at Santa. And then as the dust settles, you just see Santa doing a particular certain movie reference that's just very, very recent. It's funny how they're using this certain reference in episode 8 of Power Rangers Hyperforce. Santa goes on the offense and starts whooping on Krampus. And, as he's doing that, he basically goes, Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. Home Alone 2 reference, people. Good stuff. So Santa wins, and as he lands and does a superhero landing. Hard to do. It's hard to do. Hurt your knees. Christmas is saved. The Rangers help deliver gifts around the world. So once that's done, they ask, "Where's Mrs. Claus?" And Santa's like, "Oh, she's in South America helping people." Boops. I think he booped Eddie on the nose. After that happens, Jack comes with the time ship and picks up the Rangers, and then they're off to another adventure, which we will see in 2018. That is it. Over. That was episode 8 of Power Rangers Hyperforce. That was it for the year. The show's been going on for 2 months, and I absolutely love it.
Well, for me too, man.
Oh yeah. We have stated that we want this show 30-minute series, 45-minute series. We just need this as a show so bad.
Other than this show, I want some merchandise, man. I'm a merchandise guy.
We need merch. Hyper RPG, send us something, please. Give us a little Hyperforce something.
Merchandise now.
But yeah, I love this show so much. And seeing all the artwork is also a good thing. But before I get on a tangent and ramble,
that more image to what's going on.
Yes, that is it for the year. We thank you guys for watching our reviews of Hyperforce, and go subscribe over to Hyper RPG. Go just give them some love. They're a small channel just like us, but they're a bit bigger than us at the same time. So go show them some love. Tell them that Henshin Gate sent you. Tell them you just love all their stuff. They got great Twitch streams. They got stuff for Star Wars fans. They got Dungeons and Dragons. They got wrestling, anime, everything you love. It's right there. And probably they're going to be on top of reviewing Wrestle Kingdom before us. So be on the lookout. If they do review Wrestle Kingdom, go to Hyper RPG. Until then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, Happy Holidays. Be on the lookout at the end of this for amazing artwork. And again, if you guys want that featured, go to Twitter or Instagram or whatever social media you guys have. Use the hashtag Hyperforce and Hyperforce HyperArt, and tag HyperRPG and us in it, and we will feature it on the next episode of a Hyperforce review. And before I forget again, if you guys want to help contribute to the game, just go to a certain link we will leave in the description. Can't really remember the link by head right now, but we'll leave it in the description. Go to that every week you watch Hyperforce to, give the Rangers power, ultras, supers, all that stuff.
They need it.
They really need the support. So until then, we'll catch you guys next year. Peace.
So the power we with you.
You will fight with